video. It's about Batman. And this guy, he is gonna tell you all about Batman VR. All about it. So, yeah, let's get into it. I'm not gonna be talking at all. So, yeah.
Key being Arkham Origins, which originally took place 5 years before Arkham Asylum, and then Arkham Knight made it 10 to 12 years after. Because they had to, because...
Oh, and I need to tell you something. This is gonna be long, so yeah.
There was just way too many holes. Anyway, this brings us to the Arkham VR story, and this will be a major spoiler for those of you that are going to buy this product. So leave now, or forever hold your peace if you're, not worried about this upcoming rant, because yes, I am very annoyed. I'm not gonna lie. As you know, Arkham VR, its basic purpose was to investigate the death of a beloved character. That character, of course, being Nightwing, and track down his killer during the course of the game. While you're scanning the scene of the crime where Nightwing was killed, Batman is not shocked and doesn't really mourn at all. He actually appears more uncaring than usual if you listen to Kevin's voice throughout. He also mentions how the person who killed Dick shouldn't have been able to die because, one, Batman trained him to be the best fighter, and two, the fighter anticipated the moves that Richard was trying to do, even when he was leaving from a bat grapple. Like, the killer was able to counteract that. Which means, of course, the killer is someone who understands Batman and Robin's methods to the T. And that's your big clue going into this. So Bruce learns that one of Oswald's goons actually saw Nightwing killed in front of him and ran off to go warn the Penguin at the Iceberg Lounge. And while he was telling everybody, I just saw, the Bat's kid done in, and Batman's coming after me, they're like, okay, I don't really understand what that means. And then the Iceberg Lounge is blown up. And Penguin, of course, is not all too happy about that. The problem I have with this scene is Batman just leaves and doesn't grieve for his son, which even Alfred makes a mention of, which should actually be a red flag already going into this game. In fact, he mocks Nightwing throughout the recreation of the crime scene, which doesn't seem very Batman-like. Now, in the Injustice universe, when Dick Grayson died, his death is a huge emotional event that really plagues and changes Batman and the entirety of the DC universe. Here, it's just another Gotham murder. Jason has even asked Batman time and time again in various media, if someone killed Dick Grayson, if it was Richard who died and not me, would you cross the line and kill? The answer is yes, Bruce would do that. We've seen it pre-52 and even in the new 52, when Batman almost strangles to death Lex Luthor during the conclusion of Forever Evil after Nightwing is killed by Lex. So yeah, Nightwing means a whole lot more to the Bat family than in this game. Anyway, after interrogating the Penguin, who sounds terrible by the way, Batman gets a tip and then heads off to the morgue to scan the body that was blown up at the Iceberg Lounge for evidence of Nightwing's killer. So you reconstruct some gadget and it leads you to Gotham sewers, where Tim Drake is being held by some ominous figure. Joker then begins to taunt you in your earpiece, which makes people believe this game takes place before Arkham City, because we all know what happens after that. So while you're searching for Robin, and after you find him, he says, I don't know who killed Dick or who kidnapped me. I think it might have been a Joker copycat because I found Joker graffiti, and this feels like a Joker trap. And then, because Robin mentions the whole copycat thing, then you're like, oh, okay, so this takes place before Arkham Knight, because Joker is dead, and Gotham is dealing with a copycat person who killed Nightwing and all these other people. Unfortunately, though, after you solve the problem to get Robin out of his cage, he's killed by Killer Croc in a tribute to Arkham Asylum with what happens to Scarecrow. Batman then wakes up prowling the halls of Arkham's intensive treatment wing and pays Joker a visit, which should be very strange by now. But after talking with the Clown Prince, he pulls you into his cell, and the mystery then begins to unravel before your very eyes. You know, because this is VR. You, the Batman, are the one responsible for killing Nightwing, blowing up the Iceberg Lounge, and leading Robin into a deadly trap, Joker style. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Batman has become the Joker, and then the game just abruptly ends with, you know, seeing the reflection in the mirror as the man who laughs. Now, this game isn't an Elseworlds what-if story, which actually would have been kind of cool, because you know that the events of Arkham Knight ends with Joker being trapped inside Batman's subconscious, and Batman becoming the full-time Dark Knight, cutting all ties with his family, basically destroying his old life to become a even more sinister and dark figure that Gotham needs. So this game would have worked really well as an Elseworlds where Joker wins, takes over Batman's body, wipes out the entire Bat family, and takes over Gotham. But unfortunately, that's not what happens. Throughout the game, you also hear an alarm clock going off in your ears or in the game's audio, and sometimes Alfred's voice sounding like he's trying to wake you up. Still, if this was a dream, this is the problem I have with this game. The writing in this game would not be readable, because as you know, when you dream, words are backwards and you can't read them. But in any case, I saved you all $400 and you're welcome. While this game is technically canon per se, it doesn't do Rocksteady any justice for the final Batman Arkham game that they've developed. It's way too short. It's literally thrown together. Most of the voice actors who play key roles in this sound like Rocksteady just did it in their office. Aside from, you know, Mark Hamill reprising his role for literally a couple lines, Kevin Conroy, Alfred is all new, Robin is new, Penguin is new, the thugs are not your typical Nolan North and Steve Bloom thugs. The entire game, the fact that it can be beat in 40 minutes is very disappointing. But, you know, it does contain some Easter eggs if you like that kind of stuff. As seen in the IGN video, you can watch Jason Todd's death at the hands of the Joker in a kind of like different point of view that you saw in the Arkham Knight game. But when it all comes down to it, this game just really isn't worth the investment in buying the PlayStation VR and the money for everything in general. Now, again, if you want this channel to look at this game and you have the PSVR, we would love to feature your gameplay on this site. That way Amber and I can basically make fun of it, and you guys seem to enjoy when we do Arkham content. But I'm telling you right now that I'm not investing in this product. But I will say this, I'm very happy that the game is not canon and that Nightwing is not dead. This does leave the possibility that some studio that Warner Brothers owns could make a Bat Family game, maybe continuing where Arkham Knight left off, or doing something completely different. But anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. If you want to see a really cool dream sequence Batman mystery, then watch the animated series episode, Perchance to Dream. Until we meet again, gamers, God bless, and happy gaming. See ya!
That was, wow, guys, that's all about Batman VR. That Batman was responsible for the whole thing. That Batman's death, Nightwing's death, Robin's, he's responsible. Even for the thing that blew up, I forgot what, something blew up, I forgot what he said, but it's all Batman's fault. So, but it's not real. So, but it's not real, guys. It's not actually real. That took place before Batman went to Arkham. To Arkham. Before he went to Arkham City. And it was like, it's not real. It's just that the Joker was in him And then Batman is scared of Joker. Well, he's not scared of Joker, he's scared of Joker being in him. So, yeah. Bro, I wanna play 2K, bro. It's not about 2K right now. So, guys, that's Batman. He was just dreaming. It was just dreaming the whole entire thing. It wasn't real. He was dreaming. Killer Croc. So, the first thing that I saw of that was the second time I watched that video. The second time. When I saw that, I knew that was Batman, cause there's no way that people can't beat that can't beat Nightwing. Nobody could beat Nightwing. So I already knew it was Batman. So I picked a choice. It was Robin or Batman. And then I thought, and then Robin was dead, so it could be Batman. So then it was Batman. So I was kind of crying. Well, not crying, but sad. Because I said that was confusing my head. Like, that was confusing my head. Like, I don't know what happened. I thought that it was actually real. But when I think about it, that in Batman Arkham Knight, it wasn't real. Cause Batman, Nightwing is like alive. Robin is alive. Killer Croc, he's alive, but he's somewhere around else. But they should put a Bane in there. So, but Bane, he can't kill Nightwing. He can't kill Batman. He can't kill Robin. He cannot. No one can kill none of the Bat families. I gotta say that. No one can kill them. Even the best tactics force alive can't beat them. So.
It's not alive. It's moved.
What?
Weapons can't be alive. That would just be cool.
I said the best tactics force alive. Like force?
Yeah, tactics can't be alive.
Yeah, and like people, like force alive, like people alive.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but none of them can be Nightwing or Batman. Even if they have like 300 people, still Batman will still beat them, no matter what happens to Gotham. Batman, he doesn't care.
Oh, Batman could kill easily.
Yeah, Batman could kill. Batman could kill though. Cause like if his whole family dies, the Bat family dies, like Barbara, that's part of his family, Nightwing part of his family, Robin, the whole Bat family is a part of the family. Even Alfred, he's not a Bat family, but he's still a part of the family. So, yeah, so.
And for all of y'all haters for Batman, fuck you.
Exactly. If you don't like Batman, or fuck you. If you want Batman to die, fuck you. Just get the fuck out of here if you don't like Batman. I repeat, if you don't like fucking Batman, go kill yourself.
I'll suck a dick.
Exactly. But all you people that like me, don't fucking listen to those crackhead motherfuckers. So, I'll see y'all later. And I love you. Peace.